Two very quick disclaimers before this video starts. I am going on vacation, and part 3 won't be uploaded for probably another 2 weeks, so please be patient with that. And secondly, my game started crashing immediately after day 25, so we are going to be skipping ahead to the midway through day 26, because the other pair of footage got corrupted. It was a whole mess, just god-awful, terrible bad. Other than that, enjoy the video, and thank you for watching. Basically, nearing the midpoint of day 26, I went on an obsidian run, because most of the things that I needed to make in the fabricator required polymer, which required a lot of obsidian, and you'll see I didn't even grab enough here, so I'd have to go back later, and I actually, now that I think about it, I still haven't done that. After returning home, my common sense took a dip, and I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to use my fabricator. That is not a joke. This is not a bit. I didn't know that it needed fuel and sat there for a good 10 minutes trying to figure it out and actually had to Google it. I don't get it. Why can't I craft this? Anyways, it's sad to say, but this was pretty much the majority of day 26. I didn't do anything special. It was just resource grinding for our next little project, which you will see soon. I ended up in dire need of silica pearls, so I looked up a location on YouTube that would have an immense amount of them, and boy was I not disappointed. Oh yeah, and I just wanted to take a moment to say, I think as the video sits, it's at 1.4 thousand views with over 100 likes, and I just wanted to say thanks so much, man. Like, oh my god, like, I never imagined I would get that many views on anything, dude. I've been doing YouTube for so long, and I've never gotten any number even close to that. Just thank you very much. Words cannot describe how grateful I am. And although my tone may sound overall unenthusiastic as of the moment, I can assure you that's not because of the video's performance, that's because it's gonna take 30 hours to get to where I need to go. But I never considered YouTube as a career path, but I don't know, man, I might consider it. But the thing that would be hard about making YouTube my career is that I don't typically go with trendy topics. I usually just kind of make the stuff that I want. But people don't usually like it when you make the stuff that you want. They want you to make a specific video that pertains to what everybody is focused on at the moment. Like, I made a lot of Warzone videos. Guess what people don't care about? Warzone. Because it's a dying game. It has no anti-cheat. You get cheated on nearly every other game. It has tons of glitches, bugs, and issues. Just, people are sick of it. So, you know what? I'm sick of it too. I've been hacked on so many times. It's not even... Give me those. It's not even worth, like, the hassle of making videos anymore. It literally became a physical chore to play Warzone, more so than it was fun. And overall, that's what YouTube is to me, fun. Guess what I don't want to be doing if I'm not having fun? I don't want to make videos if I'm not having fun. Why would I be making the videos if it's not fun? It doesn't make any sense. Your guess is as good as mine about why I started to talk about the semantics of YouTube while flying in the middle of nowhere, but I suppose it was quite the lengthy trip, so I was destined to get bored and deviate onto some other topic. Anyways, I reached the location of the little pond in the Sakura tree area that I was told to go to for tons of pearls, and I was very pleased with the quantities that I was getting. Oh my god! Okay, this guy is right. This guy's right. Oh my god. Yo. Oh my god. How much do these weigh? You seeing this stuff? Where? Okay, this is cool. This is lit. This is epic. This is cool. Okay. How much is this weigh? Not a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna stockpile. I don't like how close he's getting. I don't like how close he's getting. No. Omega! 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 Omega, what are you doing? 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 How do do I go? How 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 do I go? Omega! Come here! Oh, my heart. My heart. What are you doing? That is probably some of the most genuine fear I have ever felt in my entire life. Dude, I sounded so scared. And I know for a fact I was amazingly terrified because that was the end of that recording. I stopped recording and walked away for a minute because that's how scared I was. This shook me to my metaphorical core. Okay, so this is going to help me a lot because there are places that I want to visit, but I don't know the exact place to go. This will tell me the coordinates. So I'm happy about that. This is a big step forward for us. It definitely is. So now most of the metal and resources and junk are going to be going over here. Okay. Another night. Okay. Man, I feel like time's going by a lot faster now that I actually have things to do. Basically, at this point, my plan was to visit the Beehive, you know. So the Beehive in the Crystal Isles is a tiny little cavern with bees, and you can get organic polymer there and a lot of honey. And I never ended up using any of it, but I thought it'd be a fun adventure, so. Okay. My friend Beanie says it's at 3132. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. This was a long journey, and it also served as kind of a step forward, as this was the very first time, other than that obsidian run, that I have ever left this general area of the map, so much so that I didn't even realize how big it was. I thought that the desert area was about the biggest area in the map, and boy was I wrong. Here it is, I found it. Thanks, Beanie. That is the noise of nightmares. Okay. Call me a coward all you want, but I'm setting up a sleeping bag. You're so afraid of just bees. They're just bees, dude. Yeah, I'm well aware of what they are. Trust me. Doesn't even slow me down that much, but... Okay, now we're gonna lead him out, kinda. Okay, definitely nowhere near the threat that I anticipated. Okay, well this was a way more successful trip than I initially thought it would be. So, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. And thanks to my forgetting to turn mating off, there ended up being a new baby. At this very moment in time, I was feeling capable. So I decided to make a choice that scared the crap out of me. I was going to challenge a wyvern. I've already seen what these things can do on day 6 of part 1, and I know that by myself I stand little to no chance. But fortunately for me, I wasn't alone. Funny thing about goals, sometimes you get distracted. Yeah, so if you couldn't guess by now, I didn't end up doing that. I found this roly-poly looking thing in the desert and I wanted it really bad, so I decided to take it home where I could make more tranquilizers for it and tame it, because I mistook this for a completely different dinosaur that a commenter had told me to get. A commenter by the name of Square Reptiles. I actually named this after them, thinking it was an Ankylosaurus, which I was obviously very wrong. Is there anything more productive I could be doing? Probably. Yeah, I should probably be doing something better with my time than just staring at this guy. Bro, you need to hurry up, bro. Like, actually, like, what is going on right now? Is it that hard? Oh my god, it only picks up stone. It doesn't pick up metal. Okay, well that sucks. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, the rest of day 29, I didn't do anything productive whatsoever. I just kind of looked for stuff to tame and or kill. I was kind of just looking for a goal. Can this thing tame already? Like, what is actually... Oh, my god. Okay. I'm also going to name you after a commenter. Your name will be... Monkey God. It's a silly name, but it pays tribute. By the beginning of day 30, I had tamed a Thylo. I didn't really know what I was going to do with it for the time being. I just know that it looked cool, and I had the tranks on me, so might as well, right? I had some spare time that I wasn't necessarily doing much with, so I decided to go see if I could find any tropical wyverns whatsoever, and none were popping up, despite this being a very densely populated area for wyverns. After day 30, I just kind of resumed my tomfoolery. What are you? What does it do? Ugh. It's nasty. Okay, well, it can't be hurt, so... Okay, call me an idiot all you want, but I just found it weird that the developers would put that much time into something that just sits there, okay? You gotta think about this logically. By the night of day 31, I decided to make things right and properly recruit square reptiles into the group, and it actually ended up being pretty useful, more useful than I anticipated, so I'm happy I did it. And this took a long time, dude, like... This took literally so long that I just walked around massacring things, because this was legitimately probably a full 30 minutes. I am not patient, and I never claimed to be patient, but you know what? 85% of this game has been sitting on my phone watching YouTube while things get tamed. And oh boy, was this not the last of me waiting an auspicious amount of time for something to happen. This was... Man, part 2 took a long time, okay? Nearly 2 days of just sitting there waiting for this dude. After a long journey home, I decided to go back and rename the other square reptiles to something a little more fitting. The fall of another night and another egg. This one, Numa's. This was great as we were starting to build kind of a little bit of an army, which wouldn't come into full effect until a little bit later. Once this dragon hatched, I also named it after a subscriber, not only to pay tribute because I ran out of names about 3 tames ago. By that very same next morning, there was another egg, so I decided to stay relatively close by and tend to it, just in case it had any sort of free imprints, because I didn't have any crystals left. I spent the entirety of that day looking for meat for me and the newborn babies, and also waiting for their imprints to come up, which took probably 40 minutes. Nothing too crazy, but also I would have rather had that day be a little more productive. Eventually, I actually started to have a steady stream of these eggs hatching, which was a good and a bad thing, because the bad thing was I would constantly have to go out on meat runs because these guys eat a lot. I would constantly be out, and this was taking up days. Literal days of progress. So I didn't know whether or not to kind of give up on the amount of wyverns or if I should just continue throwing them down the pipeline. As much as I would like to say that I did something productive with the rest of the day, I really didn't. I just kind of flew around the desert and tried to find something to either kill or tame, so. Our story picks up about 4 days later when something actually happens and I'm not just grinding for materials. I ended up finding a small beaver pond and actually ended up taming one, which didn't last long. No! Floppaburger's dead! We'll pick back up about 2 days later because once again, I just spent a few more days grinding materials, this time for cryopods. And I was basically just kind of exploring the lava zone. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, I know, this episode is boring. Yeah, we're gonna have to skip ahead another 2 days, and trust me, I understand this is ridiculous, but you need to understand that I did not have a concrete goal for the longest time until now. What I currently had my mind set on is that I would like to build an army of T-Rex, and, yeah, that didn't go too well for me, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Days upon days upon days upon days of searching, dude. I cannot tell you the amount of hours it took just to find one, and it ended up being an alpha, dude. Do you understand my pain? Do you get what I went through? Right into it, though. Right into it. We're gonna go. Bam! Right here. Don't go around. Go straight to me. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Are you aggroed onto me, or am I? Go. Is that good? Is it good? Is it good? I think it's good. I think we're good. Yeah! Okay. This is good. This is really good. This is really good. Okay. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. Is he just gonna sit here and let me do this? This is not how I intended this trap to work. If it takes 112, I mean, it takes 112. There's not much you can do about it. Is he wisening up? Are you running? Don't run! Hey, we're not done! I'm not done! This is why a trap is good. By the way, guys. Yeah! And I'm not gonna lie, I totally neglected to show this earlier because I was just panning through footage, but I totally forgot to show me taming the jerboa on my back. So I might as well just show that now while we're waiting for this thing to tame. What are you? You guys see that? That little thing? What are you? What are you? Level 1. So I can just... Okay. Jerboa. What do you do? Do you eat meat? I'm guessing not. So how tiny you are. Okay, you get 68 of those. And I get to go find you food. You look like a prime candidate. I have successfully replenished the resources to do a second one. A second trap that should work. I don't know why I messed it up so bad the first time. It's because I didn't angle it enough and I couldn't close it well. It's because I'm an idiot. If we're gonna skip over semantics, it's just because I'm an idiot. Like, there's no getting around it. I'm just stupid. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. And since I'm on Omega, if I get attacked, she's gonna start flying away with me on her back. So, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. I'm gonna be right back. You guys tell me if something happens. You let me know. Cause I'm going. I'll be back. Okay, wait. How tamed are you? Not a time. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. Okay. Bye. So, how's it going? Is it going well? It is going well. Let's go! You will be named TC for Titan combatant. Okay, now let's see how these work. Okay, so if we put this in here. Okay, so do I like throw it at you? Oh. Oh! Oh, he's in this thing now? Okay, that's really cool. Oh, Meeps. I would have never forgiven myself if I had left you here. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and log off for me. Oh, bro. Just go down already. My gun is about to break from shooting you so many times, dude. See, you're not even attacking me. I just gave you the best opportunity of your whole life. Thank God. If you didn't go down right there, I was literally about to give up. Like, actually, like, no joke, I was about to not even try anymore. Okay. I protected this thing all day and all night. Like I'm telling you, this T-Rex saga of our story is excruciatingly long and painful. Eventually, though, it did finish, and I put him in the cryopod to bring him back home, and ended up coming back home to find a handful of eggs, so I was fortunate. I was stuck between creating an army of Rexes and Wyverns, and for some god-awful reason, I'm not quite sure why, I decided to take the Rexes, despite having many Wyverns in my possession and being able to breed them en masse. Because I'm an idiot. I searched for a female Rex for 4.5 days and didn't find anything. You may think, oh no, this is hyperbole. That can't be true. 4.5 days? Man, you're either not looking hard enough or you're just stupid. I can attest to that second one and say it may be partially true. But when I say I looked everywhere, I mean I searched every possible place that they can spawn and there were only males. I even found a Giga trying to find one. And trust me, I would be more than happy to showcase the hours of footage I have just flying in circles looking for a female, but that doesn't really seem to have all that much entertainment value. So instead, you get to see my literal army of wyverns just sitting there. I've been telling you all my activities, but what I haven't been telling you is that every single time I came back home, I hatched at least 3 wyvern eggs, and I even made a better hatchery system to make it so that I can make the process faster. By the end of this process of continuously coming back home and hatching 3 eggs at a time, I had actually gained 20 dragons, and I believe that this was enough for me to enact the final stage of my plan. If you'll remember, in part 1, the very first wyvern I had ever gotten, by the name of Apex, had been slain by an alpha dragon. My entire goal of the second part was to get to a space where I can kill that specific alpha dragon and avenge my friend. However, they are incredibly rare, and I actually spent the remainder of the second to last day looking for one that naturally spawned. However, I could not find one despite my efforts, so I decided to take the fight to the cavern and kill as many wyverns as I possibly could. We're going to skip me searching for an alpha dragon that doesn't exist and get right to the final battle. But before that, I had to put these dragons to the test and make sure that they weren't going to go get themselves killed. So I decided to lure some dragons back to the hideout by themselves and isolate them in an environment where we had the advantage. Unfortunately, during this battle, we did lose one wyvern in the form of Ad Victorium, who shouldn't have been fighting in the first place, but I guess he just got up when I didn't see him. I tried to keep him out of the fight as much as possible, but unfortunately, he just wouldn't follow orders, I guess, and just kept trying to kill that wyvern, and unfortunately it ended in him dying. This is the final act of the video. I want to thank you for watching me hunt something that doesn't exist for 4 days, and enjoy watching my babies get murdered. We did it, boys. We did it. We conquered this place. Now, let's go home. I apologize that this video was so uneventful. In most cases, it's honestly just because there wasn't a ton left to do except for gather artifacts, and nobody wants to watch that for 30 minutes. But I can promise you part 3 is going to be a little more eventful with the things that I try and what I risk doing, so. Thank you for all the support on the last video. I appreciate it a lot, and I'm glad to see so many people enjoyed it and wanted a part 2. I have plans beyond Ark. I probably have a few months of video ideas just kind of floating around, so a few of the ideas I had pertain to Fallout New Vegas and a game called Space Engineers. I would love to hear what you have to say about those, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Later,